Volley ammo is basically kill everything on screen. Okay, now I'm actually playing.
Yes. Killed them.
The important thing here...
That whole thing was just like a cutscene.
Yes, you see that the time limit is time is actually counting down now. Your goal is to get 500 points and reach the end of the course before that time runs out. And that bar at the bottom, that basically is... That represents the number of enemies that you have killed since the last time you got hit. Or if you haven't gotten hit, then since the beginning. You want to fill that up, which means you want to stop from getting hit. Because when it fills up halfway, your points are doubled. When it fills up all the way, your points are tripled. You need those bonus points to reach 500 within 7 minutes.
Wow.
So the visibility will vary depending on where you are in the course. In some places it's easy to see, in some places it's not so easy. Also, there's a feature that I don't think they mention in the tutorial, and you don't see it displayed anywhere, but it is definitely there. When you shoot 6 shots, if you shoot 6 times in quick succession, you will not be able to shoot again for a second or two. So that makes it very annoying when a monster has 7 hit points, as some of them do. It's a good thing to leave yourself some room to run backwards, because lots of times you need to do that. Here's when you go into places like this, sometimes you won't be able to see something running at you before it's too late and it hits you. One hit won't kill you, but it will drop the chain gauge all the way down. You see, now I'm getting double points. If you can see, I don't know if the resolution's good enough, but it says chain 2 right now.
Yeah.
And you have to be especially careful when there are multiple things running at you. Like, in the tutorial, the enemies stayed still, but most of them do not stay still in the actual game.
That would be too easy.
On the other hand, their movements are very predictable.
That's good.
So right now, I'm using dual shot, even though there may not necessarily be 2 enemies, because my regular ammo is running a bit low. And you can see I have the chain gauge almost to the top. When you get it to the top, that's triple points.
Yay.
Which is important because if you do some simple math, you will see that I am not scoring points quickly enough to hit 500 in 7 minutes. Oh, okay, now it's at the top. So this is where you get the real points. Like, that was 30 right there.
Yeah.
And I'm getting closer to being on a good pace. The other thing is that to remember is that you basically you don't have to end things too soon. You can go to the beach anytime, and until you do, enemies will keep coming. And unfortunately, I just got hit there, which is going to make things a lot tougher, because now I am back to single points. Yes.
That's good.
No, that is not good.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, because I have less than half the required score with only 3 minutes left. I haven't lost yet, though, because I can still get the chain gauge back up. And if I can just, kill a bunch of stuff after it's full, then I can get to 500.
I take back what I said earlier about resolving your differences with a minigame. Considering that you've been thrown into an outdoor labyrinth infested with tons of bloodthirsty creatures, I don't think that's much of a better way of handling things than we already did.
You do know what a labyrinth is, don't you?
should have said more just like
A pathway.
pathway or whatever.
Yeah, just, a labyrinth would imply that there is more than one possible direction.
I'm not sure if I'm ahead, but... Ouch.
What does your time say?
37:23.
You're about 15 ahead of me. 15
Yeah.
seconds.
I don't know, for some reason British seconds always seem to be different from American seconds. I don't know why. But except she's usually behind. For some reason she's ahead this time, so I really don't know what YouTube is doing.
That's a lovely timey-wimey.
Yes, that is the reason.
Where does that come from? Is that from Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why am I pausing? Okay.
I never know.
I think I'm also forgetting that there's like a whole other screen after this one, and maybe I'm not camping out in the most favorable spot. Yeah, you see, I stopped there after 5 or 6 shots, and then I paused, I should say. I really should be using more of the death rounds. I have 11 of them. Oh, another thing is, I think those... Yeah, another important thing I should have mentioned. You do not get ammo automatically when you kill stuff. You actually have to go up and grab the chest. Ow.
And you keep getting hurt.
Yeah, that doesn't help at all. At this point, I'm realizing that I do not have nearly enough time to get to 500. Because right now I am only in 350s.
That's gonna happen. Damn.
The other thing is that it can be tough once something is closing in on you, not to get hurt because you can't go any faster than they can, and you have to pause for a second to shoot them. So here's the good news. To complete this mission, you do not have to do it on the first try.
That's good.
Yay! What a convenient little menu!
So yeah, I cut out this attempt because I realized in the middle that I was not going to make it, so I just let myself get killed. That's the game over music, by the way. I can dream that this will be the only time you hear that, but I know better. Alright, so let's see what I actually did differently this time, if anything. Or if I just had better luck.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is... Like, most of these minigame things are just, in general in games, are just a couple minutes long. This one is 7 minutes long. So...
It's such a random time, too.
It's a whole number of minutes.
No, like 7? Instead of like 5 or 10?
Oh, maybe they tried 5 and it was too short, and they tried 10 and it was too long.
I kind of wonder if they just designed the area and then smacked a time limit on it that made sense.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Probably.
this area is the same area. This is Besaid Island. This is the same place that you will go through in the standard game.
Gotcha. So the combat in this game is like typical turn-based Final Fantasy combat, right?
Yeah, you'll see it later in the session.
Until then, minigames!
Oh, but the minigame.
Minigames!
Yes, actually, there's another one I play later. It doesn't take this long.
Good.
And it's one that I've played before. It's Fear Break.
Ah, that's
I'm
fine.
demonstrating how the game I'm going to demonstrate how the game can screw you over in Spear Break.
Oh yes! That seems to be Square's pastime. Just screwing their players over for doing stupid things in games.
No, I'm not talking about screwing you over for doing stupid things. I'm talking about screwing you over because the random number generator hates you.
That too.
Alright, you see, okay, now I'm using my death rounds. Like I've said, it's a balance. You want to make sure that you're using your best ammo, but that you're not using it too early. Yeah, like see here I'm. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, now I'm not in a particularly good situation because I'm not even at 200 and it's, you know, less than 4.5 minutes.
Oops.
But alright, so I'm using the death rounds to build up the chain gauge more quickly because I need to build it up quickly. Wow, this is a lot sloppier than I remember.
Oops.
I can't afford to get hit much more. Although, actually, you know what? I'm pretty much on the pace I need to be. Just about half the time is gone and I have just about half the target score.
Good.
Somehow.
Let's keep this up.
I think the death rounds help speed things up.
Yeah, they do. Okay, that also helped. That wolf just ran right by me. Wait, what does your video timer say?
43 is death.
Alright, just leave it there.
I think that pause it a little bit to catch up. I think I've fixed it a bit.
Okay, by the way, when I say just leave it there, that's not actually what I mean. I mean don't change anything. Leave it playing.
So that's what I've done.
Okay, good. You translated my poor choice of words correctly.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm also using the dual shot ammo more liberally.
So when did you actually record this?
I recorded this, let me see. I'm just opening iMovie right now. That will tell me. I recorded this on the 4th of December.
Wow.
I recorded, and when I say this, I'm not talking about the entire video that we are watching. I'm talking about this segment of the video.
Oh, gotcha.
I recorded it. I recorded this whole thing over on 3 different days at 3 different times. The first part was recorded, like I said, around the beginning of the month. The second part was recorded yesterday, and the last part was recorded earlier today.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the time, when I'm just doing one, when I'm recording, I won't get enough to you for an entire video session. So I'll just combine different recordings. Okay, I have the target score now, but this is very important. Just having the target score is not enough. You have to get to the finish. There's less. Oh, that guy flew right by me either, although it doesn't matter as much now that I have the score I need. Yeah, so when you're getting close to the target score, you should start heading toward the end. This guy's in your way, but one death round, and for some reason I just let him smack me. I don't know why. One death round will take care of it. Not sure how many rounds it'll take if you don't have that. Alright, I cut it a little close on time, but not that close.
You've done it.
I do believe I beat your score.
What would happen if you tied him?
Skill you may have, but
I
find it
don't
hard to
know.
believe you defeated Sin. You obviously had some
I
help.
did, from my friends. My pilgrimage was
Anyone
successful
here
because
seen My
friends
Cousin
and
Vinny?
the Aeons supported me along the way.
No.
And they still do.
Well,
Memories
at
of
the
time
end,
we spent together make me strong. I won't
at the
stand
end,
here and
he's
let you
complaining
call that
about
strength
how,
useless.
Must your
he
kind
couldn't
always
win the
prattle
case
on
without
about your
help.
precious
His
memories?
fiance says like, "Oh, what a nightmare!" This is all in thick Brooklyn accents.
He's got some nerve.
You win every case, but you have help. What a nightmare!
Yay, mission complete.
Yay!
All right, so you do get a prize for beating level 1. I think you get other prizes for beating higher levels. I may or may not show those higher levels.